know who else we should keep an eye on?
Who that?
50 Cent.
Oh, okay. What's he doing now?
Opening studios and things.
Yeah.
Getting a day named after him. And
Yeah.
the key to the city and all of that.
Gotta get the key to the city, you know what I'm saying?
I love businessman 50 Cent.
Okay.
I really do. I've said this before, but I like this media mogul that he's become. That excites me. I mean, he does his other things where he trolls people and does all those,
Sure does.
things that he does. But this, to me, is so inspiring and aspirational too. I I don't know. I just love it. I love the fact that he was like, "Oh, I mean, I could do that too. Like I could make television, I could make movies." He's very willing. Like he came out recently. We talked about how he came out recently and said that, I'm willing to pay black actors. Uh and so I think it's a natural progression for him to open up his own G Unit studios and all of that, and kind of, diversify the market, because
Yes.
there's not a lot of studios when you think about it, like, on that level. And also, like, even when we talk about like movie studios, there aren't a whole lot of people that there aren't a whole lot of separate entities that are the end all be all when it comes to creating film and television. There's only a
Right.
handful of them. So if
Right.
I think if you start creating more competition in the marketplace when it comes to certain things, I think that makes things really interesting. I also think it makes um the way people create. I think it affects the way people create, because you almost have to always put your best foot forward. You can't do it halfway when more people are involved, because now again you're in competition with them.
Right.
He may be the little fish compared to some other companies, obviously, right? But that doesn't mean that he's not a player. So I think it's really cool, and I want to see more black people own studios and do things like that. I mean, I've talked about how incredible I think what Tyler Perry has built has been great. And the thing is that they're not only, when they do this, it's not just them that's using it. They're able to outsource it to other people who need studio space, or whatever it is. So I love it. I think it's great. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's super fly that 50 is able to do this. I also love to see the ascension of 50 as he has. I was gonna say pivot, but it's not even a pivot at this point. At this point, he is
He's in it.
settled in. Yeah, he has settled into this role. We've seen everything he's done over at Stars, pretty
Yeah.
much kept the lights on over there. And, I think it's great that 50 has been able to do these things and that 50 is being acknowledged, because a lot of times people grind and do great things and it kind of flies under the radar.
Mhm.
And I got to be honest, I love that it's called G Unit Studios.
Me
I
too.
love that, he's sticking with that and reminding cats, this is still my thing.
Yeah.
This is still what the brand is tied to.
Right.
Um, I'm very curious to see what projects are going to come out of there.
Hmm.
Um, and I just am very happy for him, um, as a fan of 50.
Hmm.
He's done a lot of things on the business end that I think are admirable. So I just think it's good stuff. I think we should applaud 50 and continue to support 50 because people really seem to enjoy the content he makes.
Yeah.
I'm curious now that he has his own studio, what type of content he'll be putting out.
Yeah.
I know it's been kind of a specific niche. I'm wondering, is he going to expand,
Yeah.
uh, or is he just going to try to stay in that zone, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like the
yeah.
opportunities
So,
are there. So he could do,
well,
at
yeah,
this point, he
he's
could do
got,
whatever
yeah,
he wants,
exactly.
you know?
Right. Yes. Yes. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious to see how he's going to cultivate this studio and the relationships with other studios now,
Hmm.
because we know he has a big relationship with stars, obviously, but having your own studio means you can do a lot of other things, as you said.
Right. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that too. I think that's gonna be really, really interesting to see what else comes out of it. Um,